Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 76, day 2. So today, we got a billion things going on, gosh. So obviously it is another Guild War Day week, or day. But it's Blue Day. We were messing around with the team yesterday and we're going to be actually implementing it today. We ended up not going down the ssaszix route. ssaszix was the new Mythic added between the two Guild Wars. However, he does not seem safe enough to roll with, so we're just going to be running with still a different team than what we normally do, but not the ssaszix team. We got ourselves Canada Day going on. We got the little pack thingy here. All this you'll be able to get at a later time, just with a few gems in a couple months. But if you want any of the Canada stuff, it's all over there. We got ourselves some free resources as well. This is the second time they ever ran a special event here. The first time was for Lunar New Year, and the second time right now is for Canada Day. I'm surprised they didn't do it for Easter or anything else like that, but yeah, those 2 days we've gotten it for so far. So we got 4 event keys and 2 gem keys that's laying there. So that's pretty nice. And aside from that, we also have the Independence Day pet, which is a cookout burger with like a bacon tongue, which is pretty funny. But yeah, and that's the 2020 pet for the hamburger thing. So for Independence Day, I think last time we got the bald eagle, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which one was this previous time. Obviously, it's generally not worth throwing gems. However, they are very limited. Let's see, it's for what kingdom is this for? Based on the background, it's for Zhejian. Let me double check. Where's the burger from? Easy way to check is just click to unowned. The burger is from, yep, Zhejian. Okay, that background was correct. How many pets does Zhejian currently have? That is the question. Where's the kingdom? There it is. Zhejian. Let's see. Is it worth upgrading this pet? Oh, I want all. No. We already have a billion pets here. We already have the Zhejian pet one, though that's pretty recent. We have the mini mushroom, which most people would most likely have up by now, especially if you've been playing since pets were released, because it was one of the first ones, if I'm not mistaken. We got the frog prince from Amethyrax, and we even got that thing. So yeah, you should be good on pets for the most part. We have 2 event pets. One was from actually this was last year's Independence Day pet. So that's kind of interesting that they're adding most of them to Zhejian. But yeah, 2018 was the bird, the bald eagle. 2019 was the little bang, which is this thing. In 2020, we got ourselves the cookout burger. Wonder what they'll do for 2021. They're gonna run out of things. But maybe we'll get a grill. But that's kind of funny. But anyways, yeah, Zhejian is perfectly fine on pets. I highly doubt you would want to go and max this thing out. It'd be a pretty big waste. But yeah, a lot of event stuff going on. Anyways, let me go change my thing, because I only had this set up for my defend. I currently have set to 1 seasons and 2 Cedrics. And so far it's went 218, which isn't exceptionally good, but it also isn't exceptionally bad. Because it's technically 1 in 10 win rate, which for Guild Wars I'm not too bad with, if that's actually the rate we get in higher brackets, but still would ideally want to be a little bit higher than that. But you have to keep in mind, anyone who's made it to us has won every other battle in my guild, so they're generally going to be a little bit stronger. There's actually argument to be made that you'd probably have a higher win rate on the 3rd or 2nd area, like these 2 areas, just because it's actually possible that they could actually lose, whereas every single person that makes it to us have guaranteed won all 4 of their other battles. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to make it that far. But overall, 1 in 10 for it. I'm happy with that. Ideally, we'd want to get that a little bit higher, but I'm not sure if there's really anything that really can unless it just gets lucky. Because we're saying some pretty strong teams, and it's still not really breaking through too much. Anyways, so our scoring right now looks like we are, gosh, how far are we behind right now? We are 20 math. What was that, 24,000? No, 14,000, I mean. We are 14,000 points behind with same amount of battles done. That's not a good sign. Who's scoring so low in my guild? But it looks like we're middle of bracket, though, despite that. Pretty much dead center. And it's almost like a 4-way tie right here. All 4 of us are pretty much tied. We're within 2,000 points of each other. All in the middle right there. Yeah, we're pretty much dead center. Anyways, so let's go and change our banner accordingly. Actually, what team are we going to be using? I know the team that we're using, but in the sense that, what banner do we need, I mean? We need... I'm not sure if I want 20% for that or not. I'm leaning towards magic, actually. 20% to magic. Yeah, I'm leaning towards 20% to magic. So let me change my banner accordingly. 20% magic, magic. Okay, and I think we're good to go. Anyways, let me say all the hellos, and then we'll get into Guild Wars. Hello, Bill. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Preserved Music. Hello, Alexandri. Hello, Cookie. Hello, DeCrail. Hello, Druck Savage. Hello, Alfie. Hello, Burleaf. Hello, John. And hello, Scott. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Also, good morning. Okay, let's go do this. Though we scored better than yesterday, so that's a good sign. Okay, let's go switch to our blue team. Where's Guild War Blue? Guild War Blue. So this is actually the first time we're running this. We ran similar teams for this day. But we'll see how this goes. Biggest issue here is he's running a stealthy rope dart. So I might want to stun him. He doesn't have a mean to stun, right? He should. There shouldn't be anyway. Does he have Orpheus set? No. He does not have any Orpheus. So, oh, actually, it wouldn't even matter if we stunned him. Because it also stuns Orpheus. So we want to go for a blue Grey King cast as quickly as we possibly can. If we do not get it before a rope dart, we could actually lose this battle. But if we do, we pretty much auto-win. What do we take? I'm leaning towards blue to green and hope for sky green. We do a purple storm in play, which makes that less likely, but still possible. Nope, didn't get it. We got a purple, which is to be expected under purple storm. Ideally, now we'd want to take a blue. I mean, a green. However, there's no spot where we can guarantee take green. So I'm leaning towards yellow surge just so I can get a rope dart. The only problem with going with early rope dart, though, is I won't be able to... well, at least I can deny his rope dart. Never mind, we'll go for it. So we'll grab a blue here. If it surges, we won. It did not surge. What are you doing? Oh, this is bad. Because I need to take a green right now. Or blue. Who do we target? I probably want to get rid of you, just so we don't have to deal with your cleanse. That would be the ideal thing to go for here. We do have green now. So I guess I'll take that just to deny him a little. Hopefully he'll miss here. And he does. And I think we just convert it and then we won. Oh, but we would kind of want to target... No, we want to target on the blue. So we'll go to this. We'll do that. Move that down. Move that down. Double check the board. Then we target onto blue, and then we pretty much just won from that. Because that'll be enough to rope dart again. Do a bunch of damage. Everything is dead. Kill. Dead. There we go. Which is pretty much what I said as soon as we get the disable on it. He's using a pure blue team for whatever reason on his defend. Do keep in mind, you do not have to defend with pure color. You only have to offensive with pure color. Your defend team can be whatever you want as long as it's unique troops that don't overlap with any other troop color. Like, for example, our defend today was this, which obviously isn't pure blue. As long as they're all unique and you don't repeat any of these troops, you're allowed to use anything. You don't have to do pure color. I feel like some people still set pure color thinking they need to. But you only need to do pure color offensively. Also, one other weird quirk of offensive too. Even though you have to do pure color offensively, you're allowed to repeat though. Defensively you can't, but offensively you're allowed to. So theoretically we could go like double Mistralis or something. Obviously we're not going to because we're mostly using her in this team for enchant. Actually, I don't even know if I have 2 copies of her, but you know, you're allowed to double up in this game mode. I used to use multi Christinex way back in the day for green and blue day, as well as double Kraken for green and a few other kind of instances like that. Double Kraken with double Giant Spider. I remember when that was meta. We don't need to change anything up, I don't think. Which I don't think there's a single composition where we'd really need to change much with this team. Just keep the extra magic into the 20% start, get everything rolling quickly, go from there. You need like 200 diamonds to craft Wild Queen, and you don't have, I think you'll get it. Sunday gives 150 diamonds, doesn't it? You get 80 from the pack, and then you get like 70 from the thingies. So between now and... So do you need 200 right now? Like at this exact moment in time? If you need exactly 200, you can make it between now and Sunday. Because the pack on Sunday gives 80. I believe the battles on Sunday give 70, so that's 150 right there. You're getting 20 per day, and you can get an additional 20 per day by throwing down 50 gems for 20. So between all that, you should be able to cover to 4,000 if you're only missing 200 at this exact moment in time. So you can still make it. It would be all the way on Sunday, so you won't be able to use it for this Guild War most likely. Actually, I forget what color Guild War Day Sunday is. But, yeah, you would definitely get it by the end of this week. It would just be all the way on Sunday. Okay, this is slightly problematic. he has the freeze. Normally Apothecary is enough to cover this. However, we can't this time because we don't have any blue on the board. We don't have any blue on the board, so we'll just grab all this, kind of get things rolling. We're not frozen on skulls anymore due to the cleanse. So grab this. We'll get a rope dart because that's still an extra turn. And maybe we can skull something. I think the hero is the biggest threat here, so we'll go for that. Especially since it has freeze and everything. Okay. Even if we didn't get an extra turn, it still would have been our turn due to that not being disabled. So I almost want to go let it have that skull because it's not going to get any value anyways. Go for mana and then just win. Blue Surge would be the most optimal right here. Perfect, we won. So now we can just get a nice big Apothecary down, target onto purple. Again, why is he using almost a pure color team? Well, I guess he wasn't. It just happens to seem like that because of Quillen is already dead. But why is he using a purple weapon with it? I don't understand the Doomed Axe. That seems kind of out of place in the team that he's using. Okay, let's go and get a nice convert on this. What's the best color to go for at this point? Well, I definitely don't want to deny out purple if we can help it. However, I believe we have to unless we have alignment on yellow, which I do not see. Or blue or anything. But I think we have to do this on purple because we have to get an extra turn here. So we'll go do this on purple. Hopefully one purple will cascade. And good, enough came onto the board that we'll be able to use it. We then go and target onto purple, and that is nearly match. How much damage is it going to be? 74? That's not enough to kill hero. But we'll do that. That will wipe out everything except hero. He'll hopefully still be entangled. And then we just kill it from there. Actually, I could go for free Mistralis and then he's dead. So we'll go for that. That's enough damage. And yeah, then we just take purple or whatever. And he's dead. There we go. And I did it that way rather than taking a skull, as the mana accumulation helps our score ever so slightly. Doesn't make that big a difference, but it definitely helps. Okay, next battle. Another Divinish Ball equivalent Rope Dart team. Does he have Stealthy? No. So we definitely want to target Frost Mage immediately. Also, hopefully get an extra turn pretty much immediately. Hello, Chris. Hello, Raken. Welcome, welcome. And hello, David. Let's see. What do we want here? We ideally want to start off with green. But I need to deny his blue immediately. So we'll let him have that skull. I kind of need to let him have it. I need to get rid of this so he doesn't go for it. Then this then gives us a rope dart. Unfortunately, no extra turn to really take off the board. I need that green. It should hopefully still be there. We'll target the rope dart with rope dart. We still have a ways to go on Apothecary mana. I can grab a skull here. And now kill that out. I think our next target is Quillen, mostly because of the Bless. Yeah, I think we go for Quillen then. And now we could hopefully go for Apothecary, which we can on green. Perfect. And then we can target yellow. And that is pretty much match. Do we go for this first? I think I'm actually going to hold. Let's see, what color do I want to go for? I believe yellow is our best bet. So we'll do that. We then Rope Dart kill that. We then Mistralis, all on one single target. Oh, I should have taken that purple first. Whoops. It's not going to matter that much. I'll take that. We'll take that. Rope Dart dead. There we go. Oh, wait, you're not dead? I thought that... Oh, 20% spell reduction. Aha! I was going to say, I know that's enough damage. But it's a 20% reduction that made it not kill. I guess we'll take blue and hope for skull. Didn't get it. Luckily, he hits on barrier, so that doesn't count as any damage for him. Good for us. I guess we'll just go for a burst of mana accumulation and just kill him off of that. And as match, we'll go for you because you get more mana. We'll just target brown or something, whatever gives us the most mana. Oh, wait! I forgot, we need to target his color. I should have targeted purple. Fail. It would help if I target the right one. Gosh, I hate that mechanic sometimes. Because the thing you want to go for mana accumulation isn't always the thing that goes for the damage. I still hate Grey King because of that, even though he's a good troop. Anyways, we seem to be up against a lot of Rope Dart teams, all running Frost Mage too, which with Apothecary isn't too big a deal. But I do want to just double check their perks, see if they have Cleanse and whatever else. Okay. So hopefully this goes well. We keep fighting it. We're definitely getting used to fighting it, if nothing else. Every single person in this guild seems to be wanting to run it right now. Unfortunately, no extra turn to get us rolling. He's about to do a convert, but it's not really going to touch anything other than that little bit of mana right there. I could theoretically try denying that. However, I believe I want the green more than I want... I mean, I want the yellow. Actually, I don't know. What's he gonna get if he takes that yellow? You know what? I'm actually gonna deny him. Oh, we got frozen on first slot. I'm running cleanse on it right now, rather than immune to freeze. That's actually gonna backfire right here because I cannot get a turn. We'll take this for now because I need apothecary. And I believe that is match right there. So let's go get rid of yellow. And then target yellow, oddly enough, even though we just got rid of it. Actually, I almost need to target red. We don't use red though, do we? And the reason I say that is because Divine Ishbala is going to cast. And we can't stop it because of Bless. Does anything extra turn? What does brown do? It gives us a red. No, I don't see an extra turn off it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to target red here. Pretty sure we have to target red. Bit of a weird move, but I think it might be worth it. Because it made sure Divine Ishbala missed there, which was the most important thing. Okay, so we'll go take this. Grab that. Convert away purple. I got a rope dart. Let's kill his rope dart with rope dart. Let's see. Let's convert away all these purples. Actually, can we get full mana without it? No. We gotta go for it. Nothing else, at least we get the cleanse there. Do we throw Mistralis? I believe the answer is yes. Ideally, we would have a free rope dart here. Actually, we do. Never mind. We can take that. That's 5 times. Because what I want to go do is hit another one. Move him to first. Move that over. Mistralis everything. And I believe that's match. We throw this down. We're pretty close to match. Not match yet, but pretty close. That's a free skull, so we'll grab that. It's now more viable to target purple. I can still take more yellow. We can then hit the bunny. Actually, do we hit her? I'd rather that be dead. And we're going to actually target that, even though we don't get armor tier off of it. Just because she's way more of a threat than the bunny. And now we target something like purple. And then follow up with rope dart, and that should be a match. And dead. And we regain barrier, so we didn't even take any damage. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting to calculate spell reduction. That is the second battle in a row I forgot to do that. Fail. Luckily, it's not going to cause us to lose a battle, but it does cause us to lose a turn or two. I guess in this case, not so much. Let's make sure I target the right color. Let's go do purple. There we go. Okay. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Oh, hello, Curtis. Welcome. You found the burger emotes to go with the burger pet that we'll be getting soon. We'll probably go for that after we go do our dailies, after we go do Guild Wars. Probably do finish out Guild Wars, go do our dailies, go get the burger pet, then hand out a code. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting dailies today. Random Wednesday good loot. Actually, this might be the best loot we've ever even had on a Wednesday. With how many events they're running all at once. Between Canada Day, Independence Day, and oh, never mind, those were just the main two. And I guess just the fact that it's a Guild War Day. But anyways, do we need to change anything? This person, oddly enough, is actually using a different team. Despite the rest of his guild using pretty much the same team. Biggest issue is the initial purple to green. Aside from that, we should be good. And if he misses with that, we auto win. If he misses purple to green, we won. And it looks like he will off this board. I'll take this over, and hopefully it doesn't give him anything. But I think I'm going to risk it. I need the mana. We then take another green. Okay, he's going to do purple to green, completely miss, and then we won. Oh, wait, we already have apothecary. Do we have alignment? The problem with that is no. Is it still worth casting, though? Oh, yes, we do. Purple. That's not that much mana, though. And by not that much mana, I mean not enough to get full, I'm pretty sure. However, it denies out the color he's about to convert anyway, so... Oh, never mind, it is full. Nice, okay. We can work with that, then. What's the best disable here? I'm leaning towards red, oddly enough. Just so he can't stun us. More so than anything. Yeah, I'm leaning towards red even though we don't use the mana. My only concern here is we're not going to have Rope Dart to full for next turn. And there's also a possibility that his hero will be weird. I can always Rope Dart it, but we still have time before we have Rope Dart. He doesn't currently have alignment. Oh, wait, yes he does. Green to purple. Hold up. I'm going to have to deny that real quick then. I could take this green and hope he doesn't cascade a purple and hope we get a green there. That's a bit risky compared to just taking it, but I think we might go for it. Okay, that's fine. So we'll take that. Get a Rope Dart. Who do we target? Let's kill out Hero, or at least move Hero to first. Not necessarily kill it. But we do that. We then target red, I'm pretty sure. He has a green to purple right now, but I don't believe that's... Actually, that is going to align it slightly. We could always Mistralis again. The problem is his range of his team is really weird to try to target. I could always just target green directly, but we're not going to be gaining the mana since we already have Apothecary. We do gain some blue if nothing else. I am going to target green. Oh, that doesn't kill. Oops. Hello, spell reduction. This is the third time in a row I have forgot to calculate out a really small reduction. This time it actually hurts though. Wow. Got a lot of value there. That is the third time. You might not think 20 or 25% spell reduction is a lot, but when you're not expecting it, it can definitely be the difference between something living and not living. I'm going to move this. The other one's already disabled. I want to get this out before he does a thing, so there we go. We can get a Mistralis here to kill out Hero. We can now target red, and that should pretty much be match, or almost match. Actually, that is match. We do that, target red. Okay, let's double check. Okay, none of them have spell reduction. Let's go kill them now. Gosh, 3 times on one Guild War. I forgot to calculate 20 or 25% reduction. That last time it almost got us, though. But, aw. We could have probably scored 9,500 if it wasn't for that. He got too much points at the end. Or reduced our points, I should say. But, there we go. We are a little bit behind. Actually, quite literally. We have more battles done, and we're still a little below on points. But, there we go. I think we scored pretty much the same score both days. We scored basically 9,450, like, both days. So much so that's literally our average right now, 9,450. So yeah, we pretty much scored that exact number, quite literally, because that's 2 9,450s. Not exactly on the dot, but it's pretty much what it comes out to, which isn't bad. You can obviously score a little bit higher than that, but if we scored that every single day, I'd be perfectly fine scoring straight 9,450s. Not to mention, we still haven't even gotten a Wild Queen day yet. Like Purple Day or anything like that. Well, we still could lose on those days. Those days tend to be, if you don't lose, pretty consistent 9,600 pluses, unless something bad happens. But it looks like we might be Paragon again at this rate. Never mind, I lied. Look at that. A 19,000. Nice. Actually, the only person in our guild, I believe, above 19,000. We're pretty close. We're 100 off. To have over that, you'd have to average a 9,500 on every day to have it over, or on the last 2 days to have it right now. So that is pretty solid then. Because that means he's scoring about 9,950 both days. Anyways, other things. Let's go clear out our dailies real quick. Where's my armor? Actually, let me run magic. We're going to need higher damage. So, of course, don't forget, we have a couple things going on as far as little event thingies. It is Canada Day, so we are getting the keys over there. I'm actually going to save that one for last. So let me go head over here. Where's my... Phoenicia team. There we go. Yeah, I noticed that ad too. I actually saw it for the first time the other day. Some kind of granny Gems of War thing. Someone brought it to my attention last week. I just saw the ad naturally for the first time the other day. Yeah, it's playing on some of my videos too, which is kind of funny. But yeah, you should check out the channel whenever you see the ad. It gives me money. Let's see. Let's see, what do we need here? Yeah, it's really weird. It's like some kind of granny thing. With either like a voice altering thing or something, I'm not sure. The granny voice is kind of creepy. The granny murderer. Let's see, we'll take that over. Grab our explosions. You feel like it's an AI's voice and not a normal voice? It definitely seems voice altered. Definitely seems like a voice alteration program. It's something I've never incorporated into a stream before. I know some streamers do it. I don't know how I feel about it. For some specific things, it would kind of work. Especially when doing character voices. Like if you're doing like a lot of different dialogues. Like set like literally just a different voice for every single character in a game. Like for something like that, I think it would work. In most other situations, I don't feel like it works that well. And that's mostly just for people who can't do voices. Like myself. Because I'm so bad at doing different voices. Especially female voices. Like almost every single female character I ever do sounds the same. Except for a few exceptions. Like almost every single one sounds the same. The only kind of female one I can kind of do correctly is like that really kind of like sassy female voice. But it's mostly because I grew up in New Jersey. So like every female talks like that. So I've kind of gotten used to how that sounds. The only character that really has that voice in Gems of War is Elspeth, though. Or what's her name? Princess Elspeth? What's her? Oh gosh, why can't I not remember her name? She hasn't been meta for so long, I forgot her name. From Silverglade. What do we go for here? Get our explosions. I guess Tyree somewhat has that voice. But I feel like Tyree wouldn't be like all into that voice though. It'd be like slightly different. What's her name now? Gosh, I forget her name now. Elspeth. I just always call her Elspeth. Yeah, Princess Elspeth. That one. Anyways. So that's all down. Let's go take out dungeons. Then we'll go take out the burger. And I'll go hand out a code before we take out the burger. Also, I don't think Salty gave me codes yet. I need to go remind her. I think we reminded her 3 or 4 times now. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That's a different person. I keep getting messages on the forum, and it's like, oh, it's Salty. It's like, oh, no, never mind. Someone else is messaging me. I think that, like, every single time, especially when I'm expecting codes. It's like, oh, it's just Salty messaging me. And it's like, nope. What do you think of this team for Brown Gower Day? Mountain Crusher, Corvash, Nocturnia, and Queen Zachi. I actually completely forget what Nocturnia does. Isn't that one true damage troop? What does Nocturnia do again? But aside from that, Mountain Crusher with Corvash is really good. I've ran it for Guild War before. The only thing throwing me off is that you have physical damage with true damage. If you're going true damage, you should probably go all out true damage with every option being true. Oh yeah, the true heavy splash one. Yeah, I would just replace out Zachi then. Either for a better mana accumulator, or another mana accumulator, I should say. Or some kind of empower. Or pretty much any true damage in the game. Obviously, one of the stronger ones would be something like Great King, but I'm not sure if you have that. Let's see, what else is under Brown that is true that would fit coloration-wise? Well, you can always go mana accumulation if nothing else. Because between Nocturnia and Corvash, that should hopefully be enough damage. I've actually ran, well, I wouldn't advise it. I have actually ran Corvash as my only damage source on a Brown Day before. It seems a bit slow. So with 2 damage sources, you can definitely get away with Corvash as your damage source. Because he gets so much disable as he does his cast. Alright, let me go get a code out real quick. Where's my code section? Code. Salty, give me more codes. Is she still doing Wednesday streams? Does anyone know if she's streaming Puzzle Quest tonight? Or has those just completely stopped now? Which reminds me, we never did ever play through the entirety of the HD remake one. Let's see. What am I looking for here? I believe it's this code right here because we already gave out the mutt one. That I know for sure. Because we're making jokes about the mutts. And here you guys go. Here's the next code. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Here you guys go. Oh, no stream. Okay, so I can't try invading her stream and ask her for codes. I'm not sure what we're gonna do about codes then. I think I have 5 left. Let me see. Let me get an exact number on how many we have left. I need to figure out when we're handing them out. If we're not getting more till about Sunday or Monday. Let's assume we're getting more on Monday. So they have to last till Sunday. How many codes would we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to be 1 short. No, we're not. Never mind. Oh, we're going to have exactly enough. Yay, never mind. We're going to have exactly enough if she gives it on Monday. Because we're going to do, the game plan is, of course, as far as upcoming streams. We're going to be doing a, hopefully we should be able to have some time to record some videos tomorrow, by the way. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be up tomorrow. But I am going to be recording some stuff. Because next patch is right around the corner, so I have to do it soon. Because there's potential that next patch is next week. There's a chance that it isn't, but there's a chance that it is. But anyways, tomorrow we're going to be recording some stuff, but that's off stream. And I'll be doing the stream at tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that'll be 1. We'll have the Friday morning stream, which will start at probably around 10 or so, maybe closer to noon. But sometime in the morning, and we'll be doing a couple things. Actually, probably closer to noon, because I want to cover the Mythic first. So we'll have a video going over the Mythic in the morning. Then we'll have a stream, which will be doing invasions. We'll also probably going over the Mythic some. And then that night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing our Friday nightly stream and doing the next Guild War. Saturday morning, we'll be doing Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing is getting a patch on Friday, but I won't be covering it till Saturday and messing around with that with everyone on stream. Saturday night, we do the Gems of War stream. And then the last code is Sunday night for our normal timed Gems of War stream. So that's all lasted of a 5, assuming all 5 actually work, which I haven't tested yet, but let's just assume they do. So actually, never mind. It works out perfectly. So even if she doesn't give me more codes till Monday, we have enough till Sunday night. However, I do not have any for Monday night if she does not give me codes by Monday night. So I'll make sure to remind her on Sunday. And then remind her on Monday. Anyways, where were we? Let's go and do the pet. So we already set to Magic, so let's go set to Phoenicia, which we actually don't have set right now, surprisingly. Let me just go copy paste it for my thing. Be a lot quicker than trying to change it all manually. So we'll grab this, grab that. Go to games, go to pet, and put it in. There we go. Okay, should be good. I don't think we need to change anything else. And we're already set to Magic. Perfect. Life and Death, Sycorax, Mistralis, and Daughter of Ice. Interesting, running Sycorax, Mistralis. I was planning on trying to do it for Blue Day. I opted not to, as you guys saw. We ended up going for the other team. Ended up using a Rope Dart build with Grey King. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to bring out Sycorax. Every single time I mess around with it, while it gets some really, really strong battles, its consistency is very, very bad from what I've seen. Oh yeah, if the code doesn't work, make sure there's no extra space. Sometimes you just randomly need to hit backspace because it adds a random space for no reason. I still have no clue why it does that sometimes. But it does. But as it currently stands, while I'm not going to be putting into it yet, I'm probably going to be putting our... Phoenicia might be the first mythic we ever medal. There's a good chance in the current state of the game, as well as what I kind of know how next patch will be, that there's a good chance I'll actually put it into Phoenicia. There's like a 90% chance in the current state of the game and in the next few months, by the time we actually have enough to go and medal her, that we will be medaling Phoenicia as our first ever mythic to be maxed. Truly maxed. It seems kind of weird, but I actually have 0 max mythics. If you count medaling as, you know, full max, which is technically the case. I have 0 max troops in the game. Or I shouldn't say 0 max troops, but 0 max mythics. Because we have at least 1 for every other base rarity. But none for mythic yet. Because it takes forever and a half. Realistically, it takes 3 months. Yeah, we get a new mythic every month. So you can't even keep up with the rate that they come in. Even if you grind it like crazy, it'd be very hard to actually do 1 per month. And maintain it forever. And technically you would need to do even more than 1 per month. Because 1 per month would just keep up with the new content. Doesn't even count everything else that's going to be coming in. Yeah, with how medals are currently set up, they even mentioned they have no intention on anyone actually completely finishing it out. Which makes sense, because it's quite literally impossible. You could play for like 10 hours a day, just doing Explore 12, and you still would not be able to keep up at the rate of new troops coming into the game, while also maxing out everything that already exists. It's just not possible with the current state of medaling. Yeah, man, get full mana. So I don't think that's enough to kill, surprisingly, though. Especially after you remove some reds, reducing its damage some. But even with that damage, it still wouldn't have killed. I will throw that down. And a smash. Actually got full mana off that, surprisingly. There we go. And don't forget to go grab this pet. It's only available today, and it probably won't be available to... It won't be able to be available for a while. Also, I just realized it's called McMimic. That's funny. It's a mimic as a sandwich. A McDonald's sandwich. It's a McMimic. That's pretty funny. That's actually a pretty overall interestingly designed troop. I actually really like it. There was actually a joke that they should add a food kingdom. And I'm so glad they added a food pet. If I'm not mistaken, isn't this the first food pet in the game? We need more. There were a lot of jokes a couple of years back that they should add a food kingdom. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the first food pet. We need more of them. Oh yeah, this was the 2018 Independence Day pet. So here's all the Independence Day pets. We got the Little Freedom, which is 2018. Then we got the Rocket, which was 2019. And then the McMimic, which is 2020. So we've gotten 3 Independence Day pets so far. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first ever event exclusive pet ever. Back in 2018. It was either first or second. I think it was the very, very first. When they started adding cosmetic pets that were only available for a single day. Pretty sure that was the very first one. Then we got Lil Bang. Then we got McMimic. Because pets have only been out, for, as you can tell, for about 2 years now. Because they came out around this time 2 years ago. Then a little bit later, we ended up getting the class rework, which was around this time last year. And, 2 years ago. And then we ended up getting the, what's it called? The factions. Factions came in August of 2 years ago. And about a month from now, 2 years ago. Anyways. So that's all that. Now we can go farm things. Because I believe that's all the side stuff. So let's go get some Explore 12 in there. Get our grind on. A little bit a day will get us towards eventually maxing everything. What do we need banner-wise? We need, Rowan. No, we don't. We need seasons, right? Hold up. Yeah, seasons. I don't know. Do we just go magic? We could. I don't normally go magic with it. Though Thrall gains more mana accumulation. So you know what? We're just going to go magic. Let's test it with magic today. It's not too big a deal. Tukita! Okay, are we already on 12? Yes, good. Here's my Explore 12. So we have a bit less skull damage, but now we have more magic for Thrall. The Tacet burger. I've been doing really good at staying away from fast food. This will be the longest duration ever I will go without fast food. I honestly want to see how long it can go for. So far I've gone about 4 to 5 months. I'm not sure the exact day I started, because when it started I didn't really like started keeping track. But it's been about 4 or 5 months now without any fast food. Been doing pretty good at it. You're looking for a team for Delves for purple and from 300 to 500. Any idea for a team for red purple? Anything with Harpy Mage, Skull Spam would work pretty well. You have access to Tesla. You have access to Leprechaun. And if you have, you can build a Ketris team. Like Yasmin's Pride, double Ketris, Leprechaun. What else do you have access to? Those are probably the bigger ones. Also Zugoff teams, but I'm not sure if you have a Zugoff laying around. Yeah, you got Wild Queen. Wild Queen doesn't upscale that well, though. But you can build Wild Queen Skull Spam teams. But yeah, Wild Queen is mostly for Guild Wars, I would say. She can be used pretty well for PvP. And while not the best of options, she can be used for Delves. I would not say her main purpose is Delves, though. What do we take here? Let's go for Explosion. Ideally, we want to see purple on starting board so we can get Thrall rolling. It's a lot better and go for Leprechaun first if we can help it. So our damage is noticeably smaller now. Wonder if I should switch back, because we're actually 24 damage less now that we're running this way. However, we have more mana accumulation now. It's a weird trade-off. What weapon can replace Rope Dart in that team? Which team are you referring to? Normally Rope Dart doesn't have a 1-to-1 replacement, unfortunately. Well, it depends what team you're referring to. But like 90% of teams do not have a replacement for Rope Dart. It'll come back in Pride Lands event. However, unfortunately, we don't have a Pride Lands event for a while. It's not within visible sight. There's a good chance it might not even be this year until we get another Pride Lands. Could be early next year. Takes a while sometimes for some kingdoms to rotate. Like the earliest we're getting, it's going to be like November or something. Getting it back into the game. Thoughts on Mountain Crusher with 3 times Tesla? I think 3 times Tesla is too much. Though 2 times Tesla could work. You would need another mana accumulator or something. 3 times Teslas is a bit overkill. Unless you have like an enchant effect. But if you're doing Delves right now while it's not an event, you would definitely want to go another mana accumulator or something. 3 Tesla without enchant automatically off a potion just isn't going to work that well. You're mana blocking too much. And that's applicable to pretty much any team. The only exception actually being Mountain Crusher with Browns. Mountain Crusher with Browns actually works because you give 2 mana to all Browns even if they're blocked per turn. The other exception to that is that one troop that gives half mana to all troops and enchant of a certain color. When you build pure color teams around that, even if something is pure blocked, you can feed so much mana off that troop that it's like they're not even blocked. Yeah, if in doubt, use Leprechaun. That's hey, we got 3 real freezes, nice. That's pretty much the rule of thumb for everything. If you have no clue what to plop in your team, just put a Leprechaun there. It'll probably help. Honestly, if you were to rank every single troop in the game based on its viability of being used in literally any team in the entire game, Leprechaun would probably be S+ tier #1. Like if you were to make a list of the ones that just have the most amount of usage. And surprisingly, Infernus is really high up on that list as well. Even though he doesn't excel exceptionally at any one thing, he is so well-rounded that there's almost no team that he would be bad on. There'd be better options more often than not. But there's like no team where he wouldn't fit. This is like a really heavy true damage build. Leprechaun, the main case with Leprechaun versus Thrall, I would say, is how quickly you win the battle. Is what determines if you use Leprechaun or Thrall. If the battle will go longer than a few turns, you would normally use Thrall for longer battles, and Leprechaun for shorter battles. The only exception to this is Guild Wars, where you would always use Leprechaun instead. And this is mostly because you need a quick start to not die in Guild Wars. But aside from that one exception, I would say for the most part it depends on length of battle. And also, yes, Thrall is more powerful in cases where you gain a lot of extra stats. So something like Delves, Thrall is pretty much always better, unless you're doing really low level range, like the free battles on a Tuesday. But for getting a new faction, then like Thrall's always the thing to do if you're moving forward in a faction. But yeah, it depends on a combination of how long the battle's going and how much stats you're gaining. Tower of Doom is another instance with Thrall is really good. The only problem with Tower of Doom, though, is you can only use it on purple. And sometimes because of mana blocking, you just go Leprechaun anyways. Otherwise, you have to use your Thrall in first slot. And while Thrall can be used in first slot, it's not his most ideal location. Ideally, how you want to use him is in the most forward purple troop in your team that isn't first slots is where you normally want to place him. So in this team, we have 3 purples. And he's the most furthest forward purple troop that isn't in first slot. That is generally the location that you use him, which means he's often second slot or third slot as his location. And I would say second slot's probably his overall best, because third slot you normally want to save for your best damage source. This particular team doesn't run it that way just because the battles we don't really need to care about. But if it was like a PvP kind of, or Guild War kind of situation, you normally want to put your most important damage source in third. That's not always the case, but it's statistically the safest location you can ever slot a troop. Just due to the way that damage is distributed in this game, based on most abilities. How are you not full mana? Get full mana already. There we go. And this match, if it'll let me kill it. Hello, welcome. He's got the Granny Gem ad. Yeah, the ad's been playing a lot more recently. It's pretty targeted if it's literally only showing up on Gems of War videos. I think you can put in keywords for what kind of tags are in description as far as where your ad will show. So they probably set it to like Gems of War so that the ad will show only on anyone who's used Gems of War as a tag. I'm pretty sure you can target ads that way on YouTube. I would not know though because I've never actually done it. Let's see. I've made money from other people doing it. Because that's where like most of YouTube ad revenue comes from, or all of ad revenue comes from. You know, from making a YouTube channel. Like most of your money normally comes from ad revenue. And then the rest kind of comes from donation, merch if you have any, and stuff like that. Which eventually we do need to get merch. Though if we ever do, it's definitely waiting till after coronavirus times. But by then, the channel should kind of be situated in a place where we might do some merch. We need a hello everyone shirt. We definitely need a hello everyone shirt. Oh, to grab, we'll throw that down. Oh, that just did a pure miss. Oh, we're one red short. Gosh, double fail. One red short of a free turn thingy. I can sell t-shirts for $50, $300 value. The Gems of War jokes. We could even make a merch shirt that says something like that. This shirt cost me $20, $100 value. That wouldn't even be copyrighted as anything in the game either. Because that's always an issue with merch too. But they don't own price gouging. Let's see. We'll take that over. Grab our explosion. And dead. Oh, right into blue. Why is our brown so much higher right now? Keep getting brown apparently. If anyone has any other questions, do let me know. Because after we get another chest or two, we'll probably call it a night for now. And tomorrow we'll have the useless hero class. However, because it's so useless, a lot of people probably don't have it max, so definitely make sure to go get the free XP for it if nothing else. Tomorrow we get Oracle, which is one of the worst hero classes in the entire game. But for that reason, most people don't have it max, so free XP day, if nothing else. I'm not sure if I like this team better with higher magic or higher damage. I think I like it more with higher damage, which for the longest time was why I was doing it. But, I don't know. Extra magic for Throw is still pretty nice. And there we go. I got an arcane from it. Nice. And whenever you get arcane from one of the things, you actually still get a trait stone drop as well, which is nice. Which makes Explore even better for trait stone farming. This is definitely by far the best location to farm trait stones. And Obsidious. So weird seeing that in like one of these side battles. Well, it's nice to see higher diversity if nothing else. Explore probably has the highest diversity of any game mode in the entire game, as far as the kind of battles that you see. Or I should say, Explore 12 20% Chasing has the highest diversity of any game mode. Because obviously if you're sitting in the same kingdom, it has one of the lowest diversities. But yeah, it definitely has the highest if you're actually doing it like its intended way. Like just chasing 20% the entire time. Also, where on earth is the 20% hiding? Where are you hiding? Oh, it's all the way up Bright Forest. So what's in our mail? Also, thank you, Malin, by the way, for the 25 gems again. You gave it like twice this week. Greatly appreciated. If nothing else, that helps pay for our Paragon extra stats. Because I think I had to throw like a couple extra 100 at that. So thank you for that. I'm not sure if Isabel is here right now. Isabel, are you here? Let's see. I'll throw that down over there. Isabel might not be here. Throw that down there. Oh no, Isabel's there. I'll throw that down. And then we throw the skull into the other skull, and then it's dead. Which reminds me, I still have a bunch of gifts I can be handing out to my guild. I think next Guild War, not this Guild War because I didn't say at the beginning of it, but I think next Guild War, we might have like a gem prize for like the highest score, or maybe the highest few score. I don't know, I might do something like that. I think the best way to do gems though might be for, oh no, Doom. But I think the best way to do it would be for gold incentive. Like the 3 people who donate the most gold, I give like a certain amount of packs to. Like either 3-2-1 or 2-1-1 for the highest 3 people. 3-2-1 would probably work best. However, that requires 6 of them. I think I only have 10 right now. There's enough to do it once, obviously, but not again afterwards, unless we get it again sometime. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it at some point. But I did want to do that just so we can get some more gold donations on occasion. Give some incentive to people to actually donate. Especially since we're raising the 1.5 million cap. Or, you know, we're raising to 1.5 million gold requirement next patch. This is 100% happening. Mostly because the rate of gold is theoretically increased next patch. Not directly. I'll be able to explain it more next week. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Monday the preview for next patch? I believe it is. That means on Tuesday, if we don't already have the patch by then, we'll be able to go discuss almost everything with next patch. And there's a lot of things to mention. Probably not a lot of things, but there's some things to definitely talk about. Do trophy requirements stay the same? Honestly, I don't really care what the trophy requirement is. Like, trophies mean pretty much nothing in the current state of the game. The main thing that matters is how much gold requirement we have. Because people will naturally have more trophies by having the higher gold anyways. But yeah, trophies do nothing. It's the gold that really matters. Like, someone could do 100 trophies a week, and as long as they do like 2-3 million gold, I wouldn't care at all. Let's see. But yeah, gold matters 1,000 times more than trophies in the current state of the game. And generally, most gold farming gives you trophies anyways. Unless you're like spamming treasure hunt. Which I highly doubt people are doing for gold. If they're doing that, they're doing it for gems. But does anyone else have any other questions? Anything I missed? Anythings? Otherwise, we might call it a night after this next chest. Hopefully we'll get our triple Nisha and be on our way. But yeah, I think I'm going to go back to using this team with extra attack rather than extra magic. I like the extra damage. Even though it gives Thrall less gem spawn, I think it's fine going without it. Why is Titan so much preferred over Sentinel? Biggest issue with Sentinel is it doesn't have anything to really gain more mana. It's lacking the explosion on extra turn, and it doesn't have half mana start naturally. But it's mostly the starting mana. Sentinel is the best hero class in the entire game for not dying, which is really good in delves when you don't want to die, especially as you're progressing through the game. Like around the level 500 to 1,100 range, Sentinel is insanely good for a delve option, because it's the safest hero class in the entire game if you're just running like Mang as your solo damage. In those instances, while it is slower, it is super, super safe at not losing. However, the biggest issue that it has compared to Titan is it has a much slower start. It doesn't have a capability of getting higher skull damage like Titan does. It also doesn't have the mana starts and mana accumulation that Titan does. And while it's a lot better at not dying, it is slower when you're trying to grind. So in long term, it's not good. But if you short term need it to not lose, it's probably the best hero class in the game in that regard. Because it is the tankiest hero class. There is no hero class tankier than Sentinel. But you're trading off tankiness for speed when you're switching from Titan to Sentinel. But it's definitely something worth considering to have. It has 40% reduction. It has barrier at start of battle. It has barrier every brown. It has barrier at a 25% chance per turn to a random ally. It has dispel. So yeah, it has a pretty nice kit overall. But it doesn't have mana accumulation, which is its big downfall for speed. It doesn't have a way to ramp up skulls. Actually, I believe it has a 20% extra thing based on armor. But you normally don't use that. Because I think it has a different option there that's better. Let me double check. Where's Sentinel? Sentinel, where are you? But yeah, it has a lot. Oh, and 40% score reduction, of course. And you normally use it first, so it also gains 3 to all stats. But yeah, it has a lot of good things going for it. That gives it more tankiness. That gives it high score reduction in the game for hero class. This gives it a barrier that can hit onto other allies just randomly for free. It has stun whenever it gets hit, which is what you normally do. You can theoretically use for extra attack in PvP. However, most of the locations where you use this is not in PvP. It's in delves, so you tend to use the stun thing. All 3 of these tend to be useless, as most 5s do. You normally go with barrier at start of battle, so you have an extra bit of tankiness. Oh, never mind, you do run with the 20% armor thing, so it does actually have a little bit of extra skull damage, but it doesn't have enrage and stuff like that. So yeah, you do actually run its 20% armor to skulls. Later in the game, this accounts for about 20 damage. Earlier in the game, it probably counts for closer to 10 to 15 damage. But I believe how much armor I have with this class is almost 20. I think I gained like 18 damage off it or something. I'm actually not currently using it with the barrier every brown. You can actually use it for barrier on a random ally, which in Guild Wars is actually a better option compared to barrier every brown. Just because it's more consistent that the AI will actually be able to utilize it. But normally you go barrier every brown. And then you end up going for Dispel. You theoretically have a +1 brown. But you almost always go Dispel for it. And of course the standard immunities of just having a bunch of immunities off the stone tree. But yeah, overall, really great hero class. It just doesn't have much for speed. And that's its biggest downfall. It's a good, consistent win. And a very safe option. But it lacks in speed. It almost reminds me of, like, it's basically the equivalent of using Gorgultha in the current state of the game. Gorgultha is really good at not losing. Particularly against, you know, skull spam-oriented teams and stuff like that. However, it is slow, at least in the current state of the game, compared to other mana accumulators. And that tends to be how Sentinel runs. It's really good at not losing. It's really tanky, but it's slower than options you could be using. That's pretty much how the Sentinel goes. But it's still one of the best hero classes in the game. It's probably like the 5th or 4th best overall. And if you're looking from a sheer tankiness perspective, it's the best one in the game. I wonder when they will make an empowered explode all gems troops besides green. I'm not sure if they're going to add more like that because Leprechaun is already absurdly powerful. So to add more troops that are that strong, we're definitely heading towards power creep category. But I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting to see one for souls and something else because currently we have one for gold, obviously, via Leprechaun. It'd be cool if we had a purple one for souls and stuff like that. Will that ever happen? Who knows? But it would be kind of cool. It almost reminds me of the old Valkyrie problem, where Valkyrie was the only soul gainer in the entire game, so there was a lot of blue teams into the game. And now that's almost happening now with Leprechaun, where now the meta of the game is almost shifting towards whatever Leprechaun works best with. Not the entire meta, but a lot of teams shift towards that, since he's like the instant exploder and he has like that gold gain and all that, so he even gives you free resources for doing what you would already do. Like, even if there's something that does exactly what Leprechaun does, Leprechaun would almost be better just because it gives gold on top of it. So if we got another one that just like explodes something and let's say, who knows, gives the random enchant, that might not even be as good as Leprechaun because you get free gold and it would probably win in the same amount of time anyways. So, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how that pan out, even if they even do. Because that's kind of what happened with quite a few Empower converts too. Mercy always remained one of the pretty good ones, while there obviously are plenty of other ones that do get used. Mercy have kind of always been the standard one that's still been pretty good, because it has a big HP gain, it has a cleanse and all that, which ends up working out very well for the empowered ability. In Guild Wars, the Sentinel feature, how much of the advantage does it give you? And also, is it worth the gems? in Guild War, the Sentinel feature. Oh, I thought you said the class for a second. But no, as far as the Sentinels within the guild, it doesn't really help too much. I still max them. Honestly, the way that my guild does it, for the most part, is tier 5 if you are Paragon or Champion, ideally. And if you're anywhere else, tier 3 minimum. And if you want to go higher, you can. Which apparently quite a few people do. But generally speaking, you only really need tier 5 if you're Paragon or Champion. And everyone else can go 3. Anything above that's still fine to do. But I would say that's the way you would normally run it, relative to the value you would gain. The only exception to that is bracket 1. In which case, if you're in bracket 1, every single person should go tier 5. But they don't really help too much. I would go for tier 3 because they're super cheap and they just, you know, give you a nice little baseline of extra stats. But you really don't need much beyond tier 3. Even if you're Paragon, if you're in a lower bracket, you might not necessarily need it. I do because we have the resources for it. But it's not really that required. They do make a bit of a difference. But the amount of extra stats you gain overall is pretty small. But obviously, this could still make the difference between losing and not losing. Like right now, total as Paragon, we have 10 attack, 18 life, 18 armor, 10 magic. That obviously adds up and can definitely give us an advantage over someone else who might have like 3, 10, 10, 3 or something. But it's a really small difference overall. But obviously enough of a difference that it could make or break a battle. But it's pretty expensive to get to tier 5, even tier 4, but particularly tier 5. I forget the total cost of it. I know it's like a little over 100 gems, if I'm not mistaken. Which obviously you can get off a tribute in a single day this late in the game. But overall, it's I would just say go tier 3. In almost 99% of situations, tier 3 is perfectly fine. And it's not that expensive, and it still gives you the extra stats. And I believe that only costs you 40 gems and a few other little knick-knack resources here and there. So it's not that bad. Anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a night for now. We'll be back tomorrow night, as I mentioned. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely don't forget to go grab all the things that we have going on today. We got Canada Day. We got Independence Day. We got some gems off of there. We got, what was it, 2 gem keys, 4 event keys or something? Or the other way around. We got ourselves the pet, which will only be around for the rest of today and won't be back for probably another year, if even ever. So definitely make sure to go do that. Actually, let me go upgrade the pet and go wear it. I have not even wearing it. Let's go wear a burger. That sounds so weird to say, but let's go wear a burger. Why eat a burger when you can wear a burger? Where'd it go? Where's the burger? Give me that burger. Let's go upgrade it, even though it's cosmetic. Nothing else gives us free gems. And, equip. There we go. We got our burger. Got our burger shoulder. We didn't get a food kingdom, but we got a food pet. Now we need a whole category of food pets added to the game. Also, I find it funny that it gets added to Zhejian, because they have quite a few characters that eat way too much in that kingdom. Between Brian the Lucky, Goblin King, and a few others. I believe it's even mentioned in the storyline, which is kind of funny. But anyways, guys, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you all so much for watching.